I made a post that was literally just a random text I sent to a friend that I was like, that'd be a good Facebook post. So I posted it on Facebook about the Republican Party. I've done my research. I talk to God a lot. I have this feeling like when you're a convert that it sometimes even makes more sense, right? I grew up Baptist. I quit on God for a long time. I searched for God. I searched for God in rocks. I used to carry rocks like in my pockets and they would fall out and break. And I've been to psychics. And I have done the yoga thing. And I have learned about Buddhism from Buddhists. And I did all these things. And I had this idea that I was going to be Catholic for a year, and then I was going to be Buddhist for a year, and then I was going to be Jewish for a year. That was like my plan. Because I was like, I needed to find God. And I went into Mass, and like God just revealed himself to me. I did the research. I did the work. I've studied the churches. I've studied the religions. And I think that's important for everybody to do, right? Like, we're told to like work out our own salvation. I think it's something like that. I had to search. And man, this God that I found. And I asked God to reveal everything to me. I asked him to show me what he wants me to do in my life. I asked him to be present, and he is there. And so I think because I did a lot of research, it changed my heart on a lot of things. And the reason that, I don't know that I even really researched like the blue team that much. It was just against what I was taught as a kid. So I was willing to do anything to fight against that teaching and that belief that I had. And I don't even know that that's what I was actually taught, but it's what I heard and what I felt I was taught. And then I started researching. I was at a political event, and I heard a congressman speaking about a very big issue, and I started researching into it. And I realized what it actually is. And we're not going to talk about that here because I'm not ready for all that yet. But the more I started researching, the more I started learning like what we're doing and how, those belief systems didn't align with my faith. And I always have to put like my faith as the number one in decision making and my beliefs and my values and where I vote and where I spend my money and everything I do. I think some of it's a little ridiculous. Like, I think the Cracker Barrel logo is silly. Like, let businesses do what businesses want to do, but whatever. But I feel very strongly that like I have to align with my eternity and not the present right now. And I'm reading the Bible and I see this stuff about what God did, and that's what I believe. And it's not my job to convince anyone to believe anything, but I know what I believe, and I can live out my beliefs. And because there were women in my church that came and loved on me and allowed me to work out my belief, I'm in a place with God today. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm on that path and I like it a lot better. So, promise, done the research. And I think the best way to learn something is to study it with those people. Like, you want to learn about what Catholics actually believe? Go to OCIA. That's where you're going to believe it. You don't have to convert, but go and actually learn what they actually believe. That's what I did. And what I learned was God's in the Catholic Church. God's in church. God is real. The Bible is real. And I have to align everything in my life with that.